Slick.
Wait till that mother start hitting that body.
Yeah.
Alvarez hit that mother body.
Look how slick. Mike, look how slick he is.
Oh, he's going to get
in August of 2024 against Israel Madrimov to make him a 4-division champion. That's it. That's all. He hasn't fought since then.
With Crawford, I think gaining too much weight and too much muscle might affect them. If they're thinking of surviving and being able to take a punch and being able to go around.
Mike Tyson delivered a warning to Terence Crawford after siding with Canelo Álvarez at the press conference. Tyson claimed Crawford is far too undersized to realistically compete with Canelo. He stressed there's virtually no way Crawford could defeat the Mexican superstar, and argued fans have little desire to see such a matchup. His blunt remarks added fuel to the pre-fight discussion, raising questions about whether the bout is even worth pursuing.
That Terence Crawford is simply too small and doesn't have a chance to beat Canelo Álvarez. I am Mike Tyson. He says that this is a fight that nobody calls for. It's just simply too much of a size difference. Shannon Briggs is the believer in styles make fights, skill set, and the skill set of Canelo Álvarez versus the skill set of Terence Crawford favors the skill set of Terence Crawford, not only just to win, but to possibly stop Canelo Álvarez for the first time in his career. Now, Canelo Álvarez is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Terence Crawford is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Terence Crawford is 4-division champion, undefeated, 2-division undisputed champion. Canelo Álvarez is a 4-division champion, 2-time undisputed super middleweight champion, and reigning undisputed super middleweight world champion with a record of 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout.
Veteran boxer Gabe Rosado offered his thoughts on the possible showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez. Rosado believes Crawford lacks the punching power needed to trouble Canelo. While he acknowledged Crawford's sharp technique, footwork, and accuracy, he insisted that against a physical imposing fighter like Canelo, those skills may fall short. He reminded that Canelo has absorbed punches from some of the sport's hardest hitters without folding, which cast doubt on Crawford's ability to inflict serious harm. For Rosado, the gap in power and toughness is Crawford's greatest obstacle.
So I don't see how Crawford could hurt Canelo, because Canelo's been in there with Kovalev. He's been in there with Bivol. You know what I'm saying? He's been in there with big punchers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can a guy that's really a 47-pounder, even though he's up in weight, I don't see how he can hurt Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It just feels completely, because your body is different to absorbing a bigger blow. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, when I sparred the guys in the lower weight classes and they hit me, bro, it's like, no disrespect, but it just feels like you get hit with a pillow. It's just different. It could be a murderous puncher at 147. But if I'm walking around 185 and I'm a solid guy and I'm used to fighting guys, you know, with a different kind of power, and I spar a guy that's a welterweight, it feels like a...
Boxing analyst Shobizi Adol gave a straightforward opinion, insisting Terence Crawford cannot beat Canelo Álvarez. His reasoning came from a blend of size, strength, and style mismatches. Shobiz explained that Canelo's experience fighting elite names across divisions has armed him with the tools to shut down opponents like Crawford. He credited Crawford's adaptability and high boxing IQ, but said those traits alone won't offset Canelo's power and ring control. To him, the fight clearly favors Canelo, and Crawford would need something extraordinary to flip the outcome.
Baseman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford.
Yeah. Got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. When you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo, I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Pay the bill. That's why Canelo killed him.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia voiced doubts about Crawford bulking up to fight Canelo. Garcia warned that gaining a lot of weight quickly could hurt Crawford's speed, stamina, and sharpness in the ring. He explained that extra mass may slow him down, taking away one of his biggest strengths, quickness. Garcia also pushed back on comparisons to Floyd Mayweather, saying Mayweather never added weight like that, instead relying on speed and craft against bigger men. In Garcia's view, the demands of a higher weight class might handicap Crawford before the opening bell.
With Crawford, I think gaining too much weight and too much muscle might affect them. If they're thinking of surviving and being able to take a punch and being able to go rounds, then they're trying to maybe go the distance and they'll be happy with that. But I think Crawford's natural talent, Mayweather had it. You know, you guys were just mentioning right now that Mayweather never needed to gain weight and never needed to be heavy to be able to beat those bigger guys. I think Crawford's skills, we give Crawford a chance because we know how good he is, how, you know, his skills, his speed, his combinations. But if he's gaining so much weight, he might not be able to do those. He might not be able to have those same skills when it comes to his speed, his footwork, because of the weight. So we'll see. You know, I just hope he's not just training and getting big to survive and go the distance, because maybe that's a win for him. Maybe he's thinking, if I go the distance with him, that's a big win for me. So, you know, I just hope not. I expect Crawford to actually pull up some runs and maybe even pull up the fight. But if he's too heavy, too big, he's gonna get hit, and he's gonna have to exchange punches, and that's where
Gary Antuan praised Canelo Álvarez for his complete command of his fighting style. He said Canelo knows exactly how to use his strengths to maximum effect in every fight. In his opinion, Crawford cannot simply dismantle what Canelo has spent years perfecting. From defensive head movement to precise counters and body shots, Canelo's skills have been sharpened at the top level. Antuan recognized Crawford's intelligence and adaptability, but emphasized that Canelo's ability to dictate his rhythm makes him especially tough. Once a fighter reaches Canelo's confidence and efficiency, disrupting him becomes a huge task.
He has mastered his style. Now, typically, Latinos, they got their own style versus melanated black people. Having like more rhythm, more flashiness and panache to their stuff, more swag.
Yeah.
We just fight different than other ethnicities. If you want to throw Amir Khan in there, his ethnicity, he was in and out.
Yeah, that's the European kind of style.
Textbook, you know, but that was his style. Canelo got his style and he mastered it. Terence Crawford cannot take nothing away from him. He's like freakishly good, you know. He go both sides, southpaw, orthodox, you know, and I feel like he adapt well. But it don't take much to get hit, especially these little 8-ounce gloves. He cannot slip up. He cannot slip up. He gonna have to stay set from bing to bing from round 1 to 12, and he better be in shape. I'm talking about like not 12-round shape. I'm talking about like 16-round shape.
Ex-world champion Chris Algieri spoke about the challenges of moving up in weight. He explained that added size affects timing, movement, and stamina in the ring. Algieri pointed out that even if Crawford appears larger on fight night, the extra pounds won't necessarily equal more power. He emphasized that fighting at an unnatural weight is tough, especially against someone already comfortable there. While he praised Crawford's elite skill set, Algieri warned the adjustment to a heavier frame could hurt him late, when endurance and sharpness are most needed.